All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking real music and real mysteries, real weird things going on in real time for real people just like you, just like me. Tawny Kitaen, the beautiful video vixen from those famous White Snake videos, her cause of death has been revealed. And that should probably be put in air quotes. The article says a cause of death has been revealed. A cause, not the cause, but a cause. This language is hysterical. And I find so many things wrong with this that I had to, again, bring it up. When she had passed away back in May, something was being rolled out in May, something that was being talked about no matter where you were going, whether it was a public transit ride somewhere or Walmart or any local, CVS pharmacy. The loudspeakers were blaring. When you turned on the television, people were telling you, yes, you should go and do this. And in some cases, it was being mandated for people, and it's still attempted now, even so many months later, they're still talking about mandating things. So that's what was happening back on May 7th. I believe that is when Tawny Kitaen passed away. So this story does not really debunk anything. In fact, it makes it even stranger. So again, a spokesperson for the county sheriff's department in Orange County, California, said the 59-year-old's cause of death was dilated cardiomyopathy. The manner of death was ruled natural. How is dilated cardiomyopathy a natural death? Can someone explain that one to me? I mean, this is getting too easy because I'm not a sleuth, okay? I am not one half of the Hardy Boys. I am just some dude who's reading stuff. And this is what people do these days. They read things and they go, hey, that doesn't sound right. Or how did you learn that? Well, I read it. They wrote it. There was an article on it and I read it. And then some of it stayed up in the cranium. And so now I know about this. All right. So I'm going to try to read some of this. According to the spokesman, other significant conditions included mild coronary atherosclerosis, clogged arteries. Okay. This was mild coronary atherosclerosis. I'm probably reading that wrong. Then there were various antidepressants present, mirtazapine metabolite, and then Xanax, and then Tylenol, which I'm not sure is really an antidepressant, but it's listed here. Pregabalin is a nerve pain medication, and good old hydrocodone. Now, if it's listed as natural, right? Say my conspiracy theory about, and if you want to think it's a conspiracy theory, that's you, but right from the get-go, this didn't sound right. Say my conspiracy theory about what was going on back in May had nothing to do with Tawny Kitaen's death, nothing whatsoever, right? So then you look at all of these things here and they say the manner of death was ruled natural. It was a natural death caused by dilated cardiomyopathy. Is there something out there that's happening right now that might cause this type of condition? Now, you could say that maybe based on her use of certain opioids, and she's trying to kick these opioids. She had talked about it, and she had some issues And so now, if you don't think it's a natural death, the way this has been worded in the next paragraph is that this was caused by her use of all these things like Xanax and Tylenol, which I don't think are going to really contribute to that. Antidepressants. Now, when they say other significant conditions included the clogged arteries, okay, now that could be something. That could be a real problem there. All right. That's the only thing on this list that kind of takes me off of the rabbit trail, because everything else doesn't really lead to dilated cardiomyopathy. Just it doesn't, and that is not a natural thing at 59 years old. That's not, I don't think that's supposed to be a natural thing at any age. Maybe if you're 98, you know, when they say someone died in their sleep, right? And their age 88, they died peacefully in their sleep. The heart just stopped beating. You know, it was your time. That was it. You're done. I can kind of buy into that. But I think there's always kind of a cause of death. And when they say it was ruled natural, right? Keep in mind where this is, Orange County, California. Orange County and their sheriff department. All right. Now, not saying the sheriff department is corrupt. You know, this, a coroner didn't rule this. It just comes out from the, maybe a coroner from the Orange County Sheriff's Department was involved in this, but it's basically just a statement. And they waited, what, like 5 months, which is kind of weird. You think they would have figured this out. So they do this probably right after she died. I'm thinking she, you know, they did this autopsy and they found Tylenol and they found pregabalin, which is a nerve pain medication, and hydrocodone. All right. And so they basically have said, well, it's a natural death, but we want you to know that there were probably some drugs involved. And then she might have had some clogged arteries, but it's a natural death. So that doesn't make sense. So they're even contradicting themselves when it comes to the natural death. If they want to say it's a natural death caused by dilated cardiomyopathy, they've already kind of stepped in it. My theory is maybe something else caused the dilated cardiomyopathy. I'm just thinking, I mean, I know there's underlying issues here, right? So if you're out there and you're all enthusiastic about doing the certain thing that we talk about here on this particular channel, and you know, you might have some other issues in your life. Nobody tells you not, here's the point. Nobody says, well, you know, I noticed you've been battling opioids, or you're coming off of opioids, or maybe you should do some other health screening before you just do this particular thing, right? I mean, we've just abandoned any of that, right? We've just said, no, just do it. Pregnant mothers, great, just do it. Don't worry about the milk, you know, don't worry about any of that. It's going to be great. And, you know, I just think it's tragic when you have somebody who's slightly more, you know, high profile. You know, you got to minus 30 years for her to be super celebrity, but, you know, she's still very well known. David Coverdale did issue a statement saying that he was really sad. Nobody seems to care. Nobody cared then. And this, based on my video, my initial video that I did on this, I have a feeling that this is a response to that initial video. I don't think I should give myself that much credit, because really most of these mainstream clowns, they just ignore me because I'm not playing their game, because I'm not in their club. You know, it's a George Carlin thing. It's a big club and you ain't in it. And I don't want to be in it, because quite honestly, these people they're demonic. They've got bigger problems than, you know, not reporting the truth. But that's part of why they're the way they are, because they would rather, again, like I said the other day, They would rather keep the lie going than admit, oh, those horrible, awful people end up being right. What are we going to do if they end up being right about this? And we were so stupid to do what we did. And we can't come to terms with that. This article doesn't clear anything up. It just adds another layer of suspicion. Now, you can read the article and you can think, okay, she probably died from a drug overdose, but it's a natural cause, but yet it's not a natural cause. Very, very weird. This is just for, this article was written for rock fans who aren't going to even care. They're not going to look at this. It's like the casual fan at the show that wants to just hear the hit songs and they don't care about album cuts. These are the same kind of people. All right. So they'll read this and go, oh, well, she died from natural causes, but there are a bunch of things in her system. And well, that's not natural. All right. So again, even if you were to just take out my conspiracy theory, the article as written doesn't make any sense. Did these other things cause her heart issue? Right? I mean, the fact that it's a heart issue and again, if you go off the grid and you do a little research, you're going to find that one of the things that happens, that doesn't happen because we can't find any evidence that it's happening, heart issues, heart problems. Yep. So take that for what it's worth. Again, I don't want to be right. I really, in the long term, I don't want to be right. In other words, I want this problem to go away because I want them to cease doing this. I want them to stop it. I want them to stop promoting this. I want the propaganda to stop. I don't want to hear about 5-year-olds and 11-year-olds, 5 to 11-year-olds. This is madness, people. It's absolute madness. And the whole thing needs to be shut down immediately. But that's just my opinion, and you have a different opinion. You went and did it and you feel great and your life is super good. Great. Great. I'm glad you enjoyed your placebo. Great. In any event, I'm done. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.